everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to take you along on a food prep day today. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I haven't been food prepping as much in a while, and I'm like, I gotta get back to that because it just makes life so much easier when I have stuff already prepped and in the fridge or freezer ready to go. So recently I've taken a lot of things out of the freezer to defrost. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but I feel like I go between not taking enough out to defrost and taking too much out to defrost. And occasionally I will get that, happy medium and have just the perfect amount for what we need. But right now I have too much defrosted. So I have chicken tenders defrosted. I have chicken wings. I have some steaks. I have some pork chops even, and I just need to cook them. It's at the point where it's like, if I don't cook these things soon, I'm going to lose them. So I'm going to try to prep all of those. The first thing that I did this morning though, is that I had to deal with our eggs. So if you guys don't know, we have a whole bunch of chickens and we get a whole bunch of eggs. The production did go down a little bit when we had our cold snap, but it has come right back up and we have lots of eggs right now. So they were piling up and I just needed to get them dealt with and in the fridge. And so I did that. I think I have maybe like 20 dozen right now. And we do have people, neighbors that we give them to and share them with. And so they will get used, but it is a lot right now. So anyways, I got that done. I am going to go ahead and make a batch of German pancakes for the family. These are not keto. They are grain-free and there is a dairy-free option. So they could be considered paleo if you go the dairy-free route, but they're not keto. They're definitely not because they have a lot of arrowroot starch in them, but it's a great way to use up a lot of eggs. I use 4 dozen eggs for each batch that I make and everybody loves them. So I'm going to make a batch of those to try to use up some eggs and work through all the meat that I have. I'm just going to bring you along. I don't have it all planned out. I probably should go write a list of all the things I need to get done. But we're just going to work through everything and see where we get. Here's all the eggs that I worked on this morning. So 12 dozen plus 8 dozen is 20 dozen right there. And then another dozen on here, at least a dozen and a half. That's 21 and a half dozen. I am very glad I'm cleaning out the fridge because I totally forgot that this was in there. This was from a potluck dinner. I was supposed to bring ground beef and there was a ton left over. And so this is a huge container of just ground beef. The kids have been asking for chili recently, so I might make a big pot of chili with this and then maybe freeze some. I think that'll be the best thing, although I am tempted to do like a beef stroganoff because I have mushrooms, and then I also have been dying to try out the new cream of mushroom soup mix from Keto Chow. I have tried the baked potato. I just tried it as a soup. It was all right. I think it's going to be really useful for in recipes. I don't see myself using either of these really as a meal replacement where I'm just making it up and not adding anything to it. But that's not really what they're meant for either. They're bases. They're meant to be used in recipes. So anyways, beef stroganoff with this would be really good. But I also, like I said, have pork chops, and I was like, smothered pork chops with cream of mushroom soup mix over it. That also sounds really good, and I could throw some mushrooms in there. So I think I'll probably do the pork chops with the cream of mushroom and the beef for the chili. And I'll probably save the stroganoff for another time, but there's so many great ideas with both of these. There's been some recipes going around. Lindsay did a funeral potato casserole that looked incredible with the baked potato mix. And then of course, Steve, who developed these flavors, is coming out with all kinds of recipe ideas as well. So lots of things that you can do with these. And I'm excited to start playing with them. a good time to jump in and chat about Element, who is the sponsor of the video today. Element is an electrolyte drink mix. I use this every day. Element uses a science-backed ratio of electrolytes. They have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium in each of the sticks. I love that they come in the individual sticks. Makes it super easy to throw into my purse and use on the go. I also love that they don't add any artificial flavors, colors, anything weird. Basically, it has everything that you need and nothing that you don't, just all of the good stuff. So right now, Element has a deal for all of my viewers. If you want to get a free sample pack, it includes 8 of their regular flavors, so you can try 1 stick of each flavor. All you have to do to get the free sample pack is order using my link. My link is drinkelement.com/indigo. That's DRINKLMNT.com/indigo. Click that link, order anything off the website, and you will automatically have the sample pack added. Thanks again to Element for sponsoring the video today. I've got the first batch of German pancakes cooking in the oven, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the chili, just get that done. So the kids like beans in the chili, but I think what I'm gonna do is make it a keto chili to start out, and pull some out for me to save, and then add beans for the rest of the family that enjoys the beans. I never measure when I make chili. I just throw in, it's kind of like throw in stuff from the pantry, throw in stuff from the fridge. I had some chopped onions already. I'm going to use that. I have some salsa that I got on reduce that needs to be used up. I have diced tomatoes also, and some roasted or diced fire roasted green chilies. And we're just going to throw it all together. That was a ton of meat. So this is a super meaty chili, which is what I prefer. So it works out great. This is all, just all put together, and I'm just gonna let it simmer for however long. It's the kind of thing where the longer you go, the better it tastes, but you could eat it, in 15 minutes and it'd still be good. But then you just let it go low and slow for a while, and it makes it even better. So that's gonna get going, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna start on next. I still have the rest of the German pancakes to cook. The first batch is almost done. And then I need to figure out what I'm starting on next. Check out what just got delivered to my house. Yes, I ordered a digital pressure canner. I've experimented with canning some, but not pressure canning, at least not much. And definitely not like any kind of savory foods. Only like jams and jellies and stuff like that that are high acid. Anyways, I decided it's time, and I got the Presto digital pressure canner. It's like a big Instant Pot, but for pressure canning. So you definitely will be seeing this more on my channel. I'm sure I'll do an unboxing and test run and that kind of thing. But I'm hoping canning can become a more regular part of my kitchen. Just a few quarts here and there. I want to can broth. That's one thing that I really am excited to can. Also being able to can meats and stews and different things like that will be very nice. So definitely stay tuned for more on this. German pancakes are done. The chili is just, it's pretty much done, but it's just still simmering. And I decided to take a break and come outside because the sun is shining. Renee's out here with the goats. Izzy was dying to get outside, and we're just getting out, getting a little sunshine, and then I'll be back to work in the kitchen. What are you guys doing? You having a nice time outside? Oh my goodness, are you guys having a picnic?
Yeah.
so nice. You have to pick it up, man. If you kick it, she'll just get it out of the air. Ready? All right.
It's going to get coffee.
Oh yeah, I'll try not to. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sliding. I slipped. The ground is too muddy.
You might have to set your phone down.
I might, yeah. I should. What you working on? Painting?
Yeah.
Is your name Huckleberry Finn?
No.
No? Could have sworn that was your name. What are you painting this for?
For the mailboxes?
For the mailboxes. Yep. We're getting some new nice mailboxes put up. And there'll be a nice black base for them. Right?
Yeah, but these dry quickly.
Oh, did they? Oh, in the sun, yeah. Tally is working on painting address numbers.
It takes for a long time.
It does take for a long time.
It's so big and so bumpy.
Yeah, but you're doing a great job. My chili is cooling so that I can put it away. Levi has already had some. I think Talia may already have had some, and they liked it very well. And now I am going to cook up the pork chops. So I have my cream of mushroom soup mix. So I'm going to use what the Two Crazy Ketos did for their chicken green bean casserole. They made theirs like a cream of mushroom soup, like condensed can. And so I'm going to do that. It was 6 ounces of water and 4 ounces of heavy cream with, I'll just go ahead and mix the whole thing up that way, and I'll see if I use it all. If not, I can just save the rest for something else. I also have the mushrooms, so I'm going to chop those up, and after I brown the pork chops, I will saute up the mushrooms. Ah. Oh, I guess I do have 3 in here. That's funny. I thought there were only 2. I'm just seasoning these with some black pepper and some smoked salt. I really want the cream of mushroom soup to shine through. I really want to like taste it and see what it's like. So I don't want to cover it up too much with a whole bunch of other seasonings. Oh my gosh, it does smell like mushrooms. When I opened the baked potato one, I was like, that smells like potatoes. And this legitimately smells like mushrooms. It really does. I have my cream in here and a little bit of the water, and I'm adding my mix in, and then I'm going to add the rest of the water and then mix it up. I have my browned pork chops in a pan. I am sauteing up my mushrooms. I'm going to throw those on top of the pork chops, and then I think I will also add some bacon bits. So it'll be bacon, mushroom, smothered pork chops. And then I will just pour the cream of mushroom soup all over the top. And then I'm going to cover it and bake it. Not sure how long, maybe like 30 to 45 minutes. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, with the 6 ounces of water and 4 ounces of cream, it's so thick. I don't even think I'll be able to pour it out of here. So I'm going to add some more water in there. Maybe 2 or 3 more ounces. So it's at least pourable. Oh, that's much better. Now for the bacon. Just put some bacon right on top. Covering this with aluminum foil and then throwing it in the oven at 350. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay, these have been in for about 45 minutes, I think. And I think I'm going to, it smells really good. Very, very mushroomy. I think since there's so much liquid in there, I'm going to cook them for a little while longer uncovered. And maybe next time I would just keep them uncovered the whole time. I don't know. But I'm going to try to like cook off some of the liquid. the consensus on the pork chops. They were delicious, very, very tasty. Obviously, the recipe needs ironing out. It's not ready, to be a recipe. I think either next time I would not add as much liquid and try to figure out how to get the keto chow mixed up as a condensed cream of mushroom soup without having to add as much water as I did. Either that or bake it uncovered, or what I probably would just do is do it in a pan on the stove rather than baking. I ended up taking all of the pork chops out of the pan and then taking all the liquid and putting it in the skillet and then boiling it down a little bit. I was a little worried that the protein in the keto chow would curdle, but it didn't seem to happen, so that was good. So I just boiled it down just to get some of the liquid out, and then we had the pork chops just with some sauce over it. It was really, really good, really tasty. All it needed was a little salt added, and that was it, but it was delicious. What would be really good with this is something to soak up the sauce, like a rice substitute. Some veggie would be fine, like broccoli or cauliflower, or like faux potatoes or something like that. I saw that Steve has a recipe for faux potatoes made with cauliflower, but also with the baked potato keto chow. So doing that would be delicious. Just something to like soak up all of the sauce, because the sauce is fantastic. It is actually a couple days later now, and I did yesterday get the steaks cooked up that I needed to get cooked up. Kids had steak for breakfast. We all had steak for breakfast. So that was good. These are the last two things I need to get taken care of. A bunch of chicken wings and some tenderloins. I'm going to get these breaded. But before I do that, I have to mix up some more of my protein breading. I'll put the link to that recipe video up in the cards. So I'm going to get these breaded, and I'm going to just toss these in the breading. So these ones I do like an egg wash and then bread. And so it's like a thicker breading on them. With the wings, I like to just toss them in there so it's kind of a light dusting. And I'm just going to cook them up, and then I don't even know what kind of sauce I'm going to put on these. I just need to get them cooked up, and then they will be in the fridge for my husband and me to pull out whenever we need some. The kids don't eat as much of the bone-in wings. Actually, maybe I'll save some of these out without breading and cook them up for Levi, because he's the only kid that really enjoys the bone-in wings, but he can't have eggs, so he can't do the protein breading. So I might do that, cook him up a batch, do the rest of the breading, and then I'll do whatever sauce when we serve them. So the protein breading is just basically 3 ingredients: pork rind crumbs, and I like to use the unseasoned so that I can just add whatever seasoning I want depending on what I'm making. And then egg white powder and some beef gelatin. This is the Now brand beef gelatin. So I made the recipe so that I could use one 12-ounce container of the pork rinds. So I don't have any of that left over. And then with that, I do 240 grams of the egg white powder and 60 grams of the gelatin. So I'm going to get that mixed up. I just had this much left, which isn't going to be enough to do all that I needed to do. So I need to get another batch mixed up in here. So for my breading, I'm going to do Redmond seasoned salt. Just keep it simple for the seasoning. I also put some in with my chicken as well. And then I'm also going to add some grated Parmesan cheese. This adds extra browning to the breading and, of course, extra flavor. Super good in chicken strips. So I'm just going to get this mixed up and see how many of the chicken strips I can bread with this amount. I can always add more if I need to. And then I will toss the wings in here as well. Levi's wings are done. So I'm going to pull these out, and then I'm just going to cycle through the air fryer, all of these, and get them all cooked up. If these were a little fresher, I might freeze them. And so I'd have some frozen that I could, cook from raw, from frozen. But since these had been in the fridge for a while, I just need to get them cooked all the way. I don't want to refreeze them and try to cook them later. So I'm going to get them all cooked up. I'm sure a lot of these will get eaten for lunch today. The kids love these. One of their favorite keto-fied recipes that I do that they like just as well as the regular recipe. and then I'll get these cooked up, and the rest, like whatever doesn't get eaten, will get thrown in the fridge, and we will have plenty of food for the week. So I think I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks so much for hanging out in the kitchen with me today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye, guys.